to y'all. What y'all doing today, baby? Allons manger.
From the bayou to the big stage, talking LSU Tigers, the Saints and those Cowboys. It's loud, it's Cajun, it's football season year-round with Coach and Red. This is Boudin and Crackling Sports Talk.
Welcome to Boudin and Crackling Sports. Hey, baby, let's get into some NHL finals, Red. What you think about it, baby?
Coach.
Let me have it. I know you're a Vegas guy. Let me have it.
Last night we had our ups and downs. And up.
Who's we?
Vegas.
Oh, Vegas. All right. I just want to make sure. Well, but wait. So if Vegas had their ups and downs, that's got to mean Carolina had their downs and ups.
Right. And down.
Well, and ups and downs, and then at the end it was a down.
Right.
Look, I'm going to tell y'all something about this series. And I know hockey is not on the level of football and basketball in our country especially. But I'm going to tell y'all guys, if you a marginal hockey fan, y'all should be tuning in. This is a good series because
to watch.
Because look, last night in the second period alone, Vegas scored 4 goals that counted.
Yes.
And 2 goals that didn't count. 6 goals in one period. Now nobody scored in the first period.
Right.
Vegas scored 6 goals in the second period. So 2 of them were disallowed.
2 of them taken off.
2 of them were disallowed. So it's still 4-0 going into the third period. Listen, in hockey, folks, when you ahead 4-0 and you scored all 4 of them in the second period, game's over, right?
Yes.
Game's over in hockey. Baby.
Close to being over.
Look, Carolina come back and whop. Before you know it, I'm telling you what, they had Red's blood pressure. He was really red. His face, it looked like that right there. It looked like that right there. I'm just telling y'all. Look,
I looked at my watch and it said, "Are you stressed?"
his little watch. Hey man, slow down. You're running too fast. Slow down. What you doing? Your blood pressure too high. Look, for those of you who don't know, I was sending Red some text messages in the middle of the game. My TV was just slightly ahead of his TV. I don't know, maybe 45 seconds or so.
A minute or so.
So whatever it was. And so the first time I sent him something about, and he said, well, I haven't even gotten to that yet. And I said, oh, all right then, I got him here. So then the next time Carolina scored, I seen him, goal. Of course, he hadn't seen it yet. Then they scored again. I said, go. The next time I showed you the score. I sent you the score. It was 4-3.
Yeah.
And he said, wait, I still got 4-2. A couple of seconds later, of course, he sends me some choice words back. Well, then I realized I got him now. I'm fishing. I got him on the hook right here. So about 3 more times, nobody scored. I said, go. He's over there waiting for them to go. Yeah, that's kind of dirty of me. But look, so why so much offense? Why so much offense? I'll tell you this. For those of you who like to partake in, if you know where DraftKings is at, or one of them places, by the way, DraftKings, I can put you a sticker right here if you want. It'd be all right if y'all want to sponsor us. If you like to partake in that, I think you should take the over. It's been 3 games so far, and in all 3 games, when you get to about the middle of the second period, you're like, oh Lord, the over has no chance. And the over has hit every time. I think it's been 5.5 every game. Not that I look at stuff like that. I'm just saying. Why so much offense?
All right, so my buddy Matty B up in North Louisiana.
Is he related to Cardi B?
No.
Huh? How you know?
Trust
23andMe. You do 23andMe, you never know. Matty B, Cardi B.
He sent me a meme of a sieve. They call it a sieve.
Yeah. I know what a sieve is.
A bunch of gifts about dealing with the sieve. And he said that was Anderson. There's a hockey goalie.
Anderson is the goalie for Carolina.
Right. Hockey goalie who has many holes and allows many soft and weak goals to be scored on his other team. And who also causes their team to lose.
So look, years ago, I went up to the hockey. I went and watched hockey up in Bossier at that big arena they had, the Mudbugs.
Yeah.
And every time they scored, Every time they scored, look, the crowd would say something, goalie. They would point at their goalie whenever they would score, and they would say, goalie, sieve, goalie, sieve. I thought that was pretty funny at the time. I thought it was pretty funny. Kind of mean, but... So you think it was Anderson's? Is Anderson can't be the fault of both teams scoring that much.
Well, he's half the fault.
He's half, all right. I'll go with that.
Well,
so evidently your Vegas goalie kind of a sieve himself. No. And look, if they go to overtime 2 games in a row, then both goalies is the same sieve.
I'm not disagreeing with you. But is it more of a Carolina's able to turn it on in certain stretches of the game? Or is Vegas having a letdown?
Vegas scored 6 goals in the second quarter, second period. I think it's Vegas who's been able to turn it on in certain stretches.
I don't know. Carolina scored
6 goals in a period.
Carolina scored 3 goals in like 37 seconds.
Well, but they was resting the rest of the game. They're saving all of that energy for them 37 seconds.
All right. When the game started yesterday, I was very impressed. We had Braden McNabb come back.
Oh, hey, by the way, that McNabb dude, if you ain't watched hockey, was it game 1? Game 2, he got hurt. He's standing in front of the goal, or his own goal defensively. I think it was
He's a defenseman, yes.
Look, and you know that little hockey mask come down to about there. Right over that nose right there. Right there. It's like a mustache. It's right there.
Nose sticks out just far enough for it to get
right there. So you can smell what the Rock is cooking. It's right there. But look, somebody shot the hockey puck. But they hit that thing like that. And look, it was like a heat-seeking missile. It went, it hit that joker right there. Look, I'm going to be honest with you.
Did you see his nose in game 3?
I don't guess I necessarily did. Let me take a guess. It's big and swollen and red and bruised.
It had stitches all the way around.
Oh, he looked like Frankenstein. He looked like Frankenstein. But look, y'all know hockey players are known to be tough, right?
Right.
Look, when he got hit with that hockey puck, pow! That dude, look, he dropped like when you go. Have you ever been duck hunting?
Yes.
Look, yeah, pow! He just folded up. He hit the ice. The one good thing about hitting the ice is he got some ice on his nose. That's the only good thing about it, huh? That was called immediate first aid.
Yes.
That's immediate first aid. That's what that is.
Self-care.
Self first aid. That's exactly what that was. Look, I'm going to tell you, was it Marner?
Yes.
Marner for Vegas.
Mitch
Marner.
Yep.
He's having a series.
Yep.
He's having a series. I think they said he has 27 or 28 points in the playoffs. That's crazy.
Quickest hat trick in Stanley Cup history in game 3.
I didn't throw in my hat. I'd have to throw it a long way. I'd have to throw it a long way all the way to Vegas. Look, Marner, here's the thing. I think Vegas has the best individual players.
Yes.
I think they have the better individual players. I think Carolina plays better team defense, and they are able to hit on some counter punches. Yeah. So when Vegas is throwing stuff at them, all of a sudden Carolina gets the puck and shoots it up the ice, and they got somebody slipping up the ice, and they're able to score a couple of times like that.
To me, it reminds me of like the Nolan Richardson days in Arkansas, where it's a full court press.
That's right.
And it's always a lot of movement and quick movement.
That's a pretty good analogy with that. Carolina and Vegas too. By the way, I can't stand, if you've watched this series, I can't stand when the announcers on the TV, they don't call them Vegas. They don't call them the Golden Knights. What do they always say? They use their initials.
VGK.
That's stupid. You look me in my eyes. Right here. You see this? That's stupid. Why are you calling the team the VGK? What is that? The Viet Cong? What is that?
It's the
That's
Vegas
stupid.
Golden Knights.
So I tell you what. How about this? Why don't we call them the NYGs in football? The New York Giants.
Well, they call them the
NYJs. We don't do that. Nobody. You call them the
New York Football Giants.
Okay, fine. They're not using initials. That's stupid. The VGKs. But that is a stupid. Ça c'est les fous. C'est les couillons là. Ça c'est des couillons. I don't care. Hey, you call them the VGKs. You stupid.
I think we're going to have like a little scrolling on the bottom of the screen translating whatever you just said.
Hey, by the way, I think you can turn on closed captions and translators and all that kind of stuff. If you can't understand what I'm saying, it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you.
The bouncing ball.
That's almost like following the puck, ain't it? Look, to me, you know what? We just talked about the Spurs series, Spurs and the Knicks. This series is they're very similar.
Yeah.
Both of these games go back and forth, and the games come down to the wire at the very end. I don't really think either team is necessarily better than the other. I think we're in for a great series, and we've been in for probably one of the most historic NHL final series of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
From two teams that obviously are hockey country, because Vegas and Carolina are obvious.
When you think hockey,
Yeah, when you think hockey, you think Vegas, don't you?
There's three towns I think of when it's hockey. It's Mystery, Alaska, Vegas, Nevada, and Raleigh, North Carolina.
Look, so I think the kids in Vegas, like when they 6, 7 years old, do they go skate out on the ice ponds out there in Vegas? Can you imagine them skating down the strip? But they don't tell them what they do on the strip. Hey, what happens in Vegas gets spread all over the world.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't care what they say. It's all over the world.
It don't always stay there.
Hey, and penicillin don't kill it all. I'm just telling you, it don't kill it all. Hey, look, I tell you, that's my goal. Every time I can make red redder, I win. But one for Coach. He scored. He shoots, he scores. That's it, baby. Every time I can get that. Look at that red, boy. That joker is blushing right there like ooh, Lord have mercy. What you think about the next game? That much, huh? You think that much about it? Lord have mercy.
I don't think Anderson, the goalie for Carolina, is going to start. I think it's going to be Boosie, whatever his name is.
So I agree with you.
He only allowed one goal and 18,
and that was in overtime.
18 shot.
And that was in overtime.
It was in overtime or double overtime.
Double overtime, yeah. But just by the way, y'all,
it was an
I'm
own
old.
goal.
I'm old. I tried to stay up at that game. I got to about midway of the first overtime, and Father Time said, "You can't do it, bro."
11:25 when they.
That's like 3 hours past my bedtime.
Central Daylight Time.
I tried. How about that? I tried. 11:20. What hockey? Good to daunt that fool. Lord have mercy. Cool. I'm just telling you.
The goal was an own goal. So that was the second own goal in that game.
Yeah, Carolina. So technically, Carolina scored 2 more goals. Because 2 of Vegas' goals was Carolina that scored them.
Yes.
It just is what it is. So what's that really say about Vegas?
I don't know. Maybe good Lord willing, he's going to keep staying with Vegas and we're going to get it done.
Come on, 7.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go bet on Vegas, huh? Look here. This is what I'm going to say about this series. I hope it continues exactly like it is. Listen, I don't have a dog in the race as far as who I want to win. What I want out of this,
see all of it you can.
7 games. I want to see 7 games. Kind of like the NBA Finals. Give me 7. Give me 7 of these games. I don't want to see it in 4 or 5.
Yeah,
by the way,
told me the other day after game 2 when we watched it together, you're like, well, at least you get to watch more of it.
Yeah, you get to watch more of them when your team loses, right?
Oh yeah.
Look, so let me tell y'all something else. Y'all want me to tell you why we need 7 games of the NHL Finals and 7 games of the NBA Finals? Let me tell you why, Red.
Content.
Hey, content? Nah. I'm content right here. You don't see me smiling? Look. It's because you know why? I think outside the box. What happens when the NHL Finals is over and the NBA Finals is over? Sports ends for a month because there ain't jack crap out there. We literally
NFL OTAs.
We literally stuck watching the Tour de France. We literally wake up in the morning looking forward to the Tour de France, the British Open, and Wimbledon. Literally, the entire sports world is controlled in a 30-mile radius on the earth.
You got the All-Star game, baseball All-Star game.
Hey, raise your hand if you watch the All-Star game. Exactly. Not too late. Too late. You snooze, you lose. I'm just saying, ain't nobody watching that crap. Look, it may be on. Ain't nobody really paying attention to that, right? It's kind of on, but nobody, really? Come on, ain't nobody really watching any All-Star game. Ain't nobody really watching. You turn it on. Now look, you might watch the NBA slam dunk competition or the three-point competition or whatever it is. Nobody's watching the game.
Derby.
The what?
The
home run derby. You might watch that, but the actual game?
Yeah. We might get 2 Rangers in it this year.
Wait, we back to the Rangers. Lord, look, we made full circle right there.
Yeah.
We made full circle.
Go
Anyhow, hey, stick around. Boudin and Crackling Sports, baby.
You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. Email the show at boudinandcracklingsports@gmail.com.